Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the show. Matt's Guitar Murphy is our producer this morning. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-500. We do the show from the Par Mar Store studio. If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. The Dave Allen Show brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill Toyota. The Toyota Tacoma is your MVP, most versatile pickup. Head on to the road to total savings, US 119 in Chapmanville, or visit ThornhillToyotaWV.com. Phone calls to the show with service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony the Taylor, on Virginia Street in Charleston. Visit BestMasterTaylor.com. Lots to get to this morning. A local business is celebrating a big anniversary. John Jarrett of Jarrett Construction is going to stop by to talk about kind of the history of that company and what they've got going on. Big happenings this weekend in the community of Belle. The mayor, David Fletcher, will join us to talk about that. Plus, the Dirty Birds began play in the Atlantic League Championship Series last night, losing Game 1 at Gomart Ballpark. We'll check in with Jill Gearin live from the ballpark coming up a little bit later on. Also, our good friend Millie Snyder from the Shape Shop is here as well. We got breaking news, though, and I'm going to go to Jeff Jenkins in the newsroom now. Jeff, good morning. Second day in a row I have you on to start the show. What's going on the west side this morning, around Patrick Street, I should say?
Yeah, we got a water main break there. So, and typically when you have a big water main break, the most action is at the beginning when it breaks, and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of gallons of water spew up in the air. And so that's what has been happening within the last. So I'm sure Western American, they'll get there and they'll get it shut off as soon as they can. But yeah, so it's basically at Patrick Street Plaza at the intersection of 4th Avenue. So basically the main intersection going into the Patrick Street Plaza there by the railroad tracks. Okay. Which is, it's the old Kmart, which is now the U-Haul, big U-Haul facility. So that's, and just looks like a broken line and, one of the main lines in there, so a lot of water.
Yeah, I actually saw a picture that was sent to me from a mutual friend of ours, and I mean, it looks like you said it's just exploding everywhere. So we'll be working trying to get that.
So a couple streets closed, Dave, in that area, and so probably just a good idea to maybe go a couple of streets over if you have to be on that side or whatever, because it's just kind of be messy there for a while.
All right. Jeff, I appreciate it. We'll have more updates on the air and, of course, online as well. Jeff, in the newsroom, I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live brought to you part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. If you're injured, visit forthepeople.com. Look who's here. It's Millie Snyder from the Shape Shop.
I want to start off by saying happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dave. Happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you. You actually have a very lovely singing voice.
Thank you. I've been told that.
Oh. So did you learn that when you were hanging out at Barbara Streisand's house a couple of years ago?
Exactly.
If you didn't hear that story a couple of years ago, Millie Snyder actually
and anytime anybody wants to hear it again, I'll tell them. Because I'm not over it.
She ended up at Barbara Streisand's house a couple of years. Matter of fact, I think the picture that I posted on social media this morning previewing the show, I have you in your Barbara Streisand T-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I appreciate that. My birthday was Monday, but nobody sang to me. So Murphy offered to sing, and I told him no.
I did that, and yes, thank you.
All right. What's new with Millie Snyder? What do you got?
I want to just tell you that I am so proud of our shop, our Shape Shop, because we really do keep the promise of never serving anything processed. Mm-hmm. And there's so much out there. I don't want to go on and on about what happened with Boar's Head, but we need to pay attention to the fact that we have to read labels. We have to make sure that what we're eating is clean, doesn't have chemicals, doesn't have preservatives, and God knows what else they're putting in it. And I'm sad for a big company like that to have to close someplace in Virginia and lose 500 jobs. That takes a serious toll.
So they had to close the facility?
That particular facility.
Okay.
And I think they have other facilities.
Oh, yeah.
So this isn't about trashing boards.
Right, exactly.
But the point is, we need to pay attention as people. What are you putting in your body? Take a few extra minutes to read the label. And if you have trouble pronouncing a word on the ingredients, put it down. Don't buy it, because you don't need to ingest that product.
And that includes diet sodas.
And yes, there's
look, next time you pick up a can of any diet soda that you think that you're maybe eating or drinking, I guess, healthy, look at the ingredients.
Well, there's some diet sodas that you can use to clean your toilet.
Clean you and your toilet out.
Yes, but I wasn't going to go there. Thank you for doing that.
I don't care. I have no class. But there are diet sodas out there if people want sodas, and you sell some in your store that are okay.
Yes, I do, and I will always continue to do that. But also, the drink industry is paying attention to that, and they're putting out just plain seltzer water or carbonated. It doesn't have to be seltzer per se, but carbonated, and it has like a fruit flavor to it. And that's going to help people eventually break that yoke around their neck, because some people only drink diet soda and they never drink water. And people ought to discover this stuff. It's called H2O. It really works. I mean, there's a break over at Patrick Street from water.
Don't drink that, though.
No. That I'm not recommending. And that used to be our home. We were at Weight Watchers and Shape Shop was at Patrick Street forever. I'm kind of glad I'm not there today.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I hope that U-Haul will be able to, get good attention.
We forget, there's so much now in the world of drinks, with all the energy drinks and all the different
ones,
and energy drinks or whatever. But there's still nothing that's ever been invented to keep you hydrated better than just plain old water.
That's
whether
exactly
it's in a
right.
bottle, whether it's in your tap, if you live somewhere where you can have clean water, wherever, it's still much better than any sort of anything with aid in the title.
And on that subject, I had a family wedding that I attended in New Mexico, and at this venue, in the room, they gave us water in a carton, like a little milk carton.
I've seen those, actually.
And I was so impressed. I was thinking how I could bring that home and show it off. I was thrilled to see that. And then it's not a can, so it doesn't have to go into recycle. Well, I guess the cardboard has to go into recycle, but just water in a paper carton.
Yeah,
it was great.
Going back to that again. So now that fall is here, what are you starting to wind down a little bit? I know the answer to that's no, but I just thought I'd go ahead and throw it out
down?
there. Yeah, what is winding down? I'm sure.
I don't even know how to spell that, let alone wind down. Our food truck was going to Slack Plaza today, which is City Center East. That's the more official title. But because of the rain, we got a call, late yesterday that we're going to scrub today.
Yeah, they're not doing it at all today.
Right, because there's no one's going to come out, and it's a big expense to take the truck to any venue.
Sure,
but we're happy to do it because people love our food.
And any dates you want to plug where you are going to be here?
Well, tomorrow we're going to be at I believe it's Caldwell Garlow Insurance in South Charleston.
Yeah,
and then we do have some events coming up. I believe in the middle of October, we're going to do recovery down on Magic Island. And but it's not nearly as busy as we come into this time of the year as it is when we're in summertime, because summertime, there's not enough of us to go around to, hit all the places.
Well, you can't possibly.
But in the meantime, they could come to the Shape Shop.
And that's exactly what I was going to say.
That's 706 Central Avenue. It's on the west side. And it's so easy to find. And there's been a lot of improvements to Central Avenue and the west side in general. Easy to find us.
Plenty of free parking.
Plenty. I mean, plenty. There's no meters.
Right in front of the store, too.
Yes. And there's if someone is handicapped, there's 2 handicap spots right in front of the store. We also have a ramp. So if you're in a wheelchair, please don't use that as a deterrent. Come in. And we have an automatic door that opens. We really want to welcome people into our shop. so they can enjoy what we offer.
I want to talk about the classes you have. Tell me about the different classes that you're offering in Mediterranean.
I teach the Mediterranean lifestyle, and I do that on Thursday morning at 9:15, and again on Saturday morning at 9:15. And Mediterranean eating is clean, pure food. It's delicious, and it's been around for centuries. People who eat Mediterranean food live a long time without medication. It increases their longevity, and they walk around with a smile on their face. Can you imagine?
Indeed. And give us a couple of the key foods that are in the Mediterranean diet.
Well,
I mean, there's so many, but just give me. I mean, I know it's very big on fish, and you serve.
Not very big. We only want you to eat it twice a week.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We don't want you to go swimming down the. We don't want you to swim in the canal, but I wouldn't recommend that anyway.
You're not going to grow gills or anything. Is that what you're saying? But you do have some delicious salmon, though, because I've had it. I've had it for lunch.
And I wish you'd come in and have it again because it is fabulous. It's not good. It's fabulous. And some people just cannot believe it. I have one customer who gets it for 6 nights, I think, in the week. But I think I would get tired of eating it 6 nights.
Yeah.
But I always have variety in my house. And I try different things. One night it can be shrimp. One night it could be swordfish. One night it could be fresh tuna. Sometimes it's canned tuna. But just have 2 fish meals a week. And we don't overdo because, sadly, our oceans aren't clean. So we don't want to eat fish 5-6 times a week.
Good point. I hadn't thought about that. You had something you wanted to say before you left, though. You had something you wanted to put out there to the people.
Well, I want to read a story.
All right, go ahead.
And it's called The Cookie Principle. A young girl explains the world to her newborn brother. I'm your 5-year-old sister, Lori, and you're my baby brother, Alex. Since you're only 2 weeks old, I'm going to splain life, 'cause it's not easy for you. I know. I was young once, too. Grown-ups can't make up their minds. First they want one thing, then another. I know what I want. I want a cookie. But Mommy said, no, how about a banana? She said a cookie will ruin my appetite for supper. I don't want supper. Supper ruins my appetite for a cookie. And I don't want a banana. I want a cookie. You see, grown-ups are always trying to get us to do stuff we don't want to do. If there's a TV show I want to watch, Mommy tries to get me to color or play a game. By the time I get to be a grown-up, I won't know what I want anymore. But kids know what they want. Do we want to go to bed? No. We do want a cookie. Yes. When was the last time somebody asked kids if they wanted to do something and the kids said, we don't know? I kind of feel sorry for Mommy and Daddy. They can't help it. They're grown-ups. They can't decide whether to leave the toilet seat up or down. Daddy wants it up, Mommy wants it down. They were talking real loud about it today. I asked them why they were arguing. Daddy said they weren't arguing. He said they were discussing. After they were done, I snuck in the bathroom. I put the toilet seat back up so I could hear them discuss it again. Mommy can't decide what to fix for dinner. I told her to fix cookies. She said no. In the morning, she can't decide what to wear. Daddy asked her what she wants to do Saturday. She said she doesn't know. Daddy is just as bad. Each night he grows whiskers, but in the morning he changes his mind and shaves them off. Then he sits in his chair with his remote control and changes channel all the time. Daddy's been a grown-up for too long. He doesn't know what to watch. I bet when he was a kid he wanted a cookie real bad, but his parents made him eat different foods like bananas and stuff. He doesn't even know which job he should do. He is thinking about changing jobs, but it's hard for him to decide. So Daddy listened to a tape. The man on the tape said people who are successful figure out what they want and go after it. In that case, I'm going to be real successful because I really want a cookie. When the tape was over, Mommy was nice. She talked real sweet to Daddy and asked him which job he really wanted. Daddy was sad. He shook his head and said he didn't know. So Mommy hugged him. I hugged him too. And I gave him a cookie.
So that's all we need is a cookie to be happy.
That's exactly right.
But you can't have cookies.
In moderation.
In moderation. Everything's in moderation.
We didn't say you could have 30 or 40.
Why'd you look
and
at me
I don't
when you
know
said
how
that?
that happens. Why did I look at you when you said that? Because we love cookies. And by the way, on the Mediterranean lifestyle, occasionally, if you want something sweet, please have it. Because you know we cause problems when you put it off.
Yeah.
Can't have it, can't have it, can't have it. And then when you do have it, you're out of control.
Yeah. Millie Snyder from the Shape Shop is located where?
706 Central Avenue and it's easy to find. You'll love our food. Most people do, and they come back frequently.
All right. Millie, I appreciate you being here. It's 9:21. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is presented by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton and General Lumber of Winfield. For all projects, big and small, shop locally. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
Welcome to Poca Valley, where we've been in business since 1908. Today, we serve Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties. We believe you deserve banking that provides friendly customer service. For all of your financial needs, stop by one of our 8 convenient locations. Call us at 844-782-2651 or visit us online at PocaValleyBank.com. Poca Valley, where relationships matter.
Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. The most wonderful time of the year is here. Of course, I'm talking about football season, and your local Parmar store is ready. Whether you're heading to the game or just catching it at home, Parmar has everything you'll need, from the drinks to the snacks and so much more. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Happy football. And if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Biggly Piggly Wiggly on Spring Street has served 3 generations of shoppers since 1955 as the largest locally owned independent grocery store in the area. The Joseph family owners grew up here, so you know they're invested in the community. They provide the biggest variety of choice meats, the freshest produce, an in-house deli bakery, great wine selection, and more of your favorite brands. Every purchase gives you gasoline points so you can save at our pumps. Order online for pickup at BigglyPigglyWiggly.com. Biggly Piggly Wiggly on Spring Street. No one beats the pig.
924, the Dave Allen Show and 580 Live is brought to you in part by Bridge Valley. Are you interested in improving your company's IT workforce? You'll want to know Bridge Valley offers custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap. At Bridge Valley, train for little or no cost with a 50-50 salary match. They can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships today. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Dirty Birds dropped Game 1 of the Atlantic League Championship Series to York. They play again tonight at Gomart Ballpark. Gearin from the Dirty Birds is going to join us a little bit later on. Also, Dave Fletcher, who's the mayor of Belle, is going to be joining us a little bit later on as well. You know, from time to time, I like to tell you the story of businesses that are doing great things here in the Kanawha Valley and around the state. One of those is Jarrett Construction. They're about to celebrate their 25th anniversary. John Jarrett, the founder and the namesake of the company, joins us now from the Parmar Store studio. John, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Dave. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having us on.
It's a tough act to follow when you got to follow Millie Snyder. You know that, right?
Millie was out there selling me in the green room, so that's where we're headed to lunch today. She did a great job.
The food is fantastic there. It's very, very good. You know, John, I was looking around at some of the projects you and your company have completed in the past, and I will say this for the people listening. They probably pass a Jarrett Construction building a few times a week in their travels. If you travel as much as I do around the state or whatever, you probably have. What are some of the projects that you've done in the past that people may know about, or some that you're working on in the future?
Well, Dave, folks here in Charleston, Morgantown, throughout the state of West Virginia, they very well may pass some of our jobs. One of the large projects that we've done here 20 years ago was for Monsignor Ed Sadie, dear friend and mentor client of ours. It's the Gathering Space Edition right across the street, just down the street from where we're sitting here in the Parmar Studios. The Gathering Space Edition was a wonderful project, took 300 tons of sandstone that was quarried out of a mine in Boyerstown, Pennsylvania. Then it was shipped to Cleveland to get cut and shaped, and then shipped to Rock Branch, West Virginia to be sandblasted, and then brought right back here to Charleston to be laid. So that project was a wonderful job for us. The Graylock Energy building in Northgate. Now, a lot of people see that unless you're in Northgate, right. But that was built for our friend Kyle Mork and his company, Energy Corporation of America, 7 to 10 years ago. one of the larger projects that we've done. And we're getting ready to start a project right across the river that you and I were at a couple weeks ago for Parmar.
Yeah, this is the one over on Thayer. And trust me, people have been asking ever since those signs went up, when is that going to be built? When are you going to start? They had the groundbreaking just, I guess, 2 weeks ago or so. So you should start seeing the dirt flying for real here soon, right?
Very soon. We're waiting. The guys at Parmar have consultants engaged to produce a report. Once we get that report and able to send it to the state, we'll get started. We're ready to go.
Talk about the history of the company, John. Where did Jarrett Construction start? I know some of the history because you and I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but for the people that don't know, just give us the history of Jarrett Construction.
Sure, Dave. We started in Cross Lanes in my son's 8x10 bedroom 25 years ago. Converted that his bedroom to our first office.
Sorry, son, you'll have to sleep on the couch. Daddy's working.
Whatever it takes. It's a family affair.
Yeah.
He happens to be working for us now in our Morgantown office. He was 2 years old at the time. But we started there in Cross Lanes, moved to a small office in Cross Lanes, and then in 2004 we were able to buy the old Red Cross building right here on Virginia Street, about 3 blocks east of us, right next to the Capitol. So we started, moved there in 2004, 2005, and we work all over the state, Dave. We design and build buildings, whether it would be a sports complex or a medical office, a hospital, affordable housing. We'll do just about anything vertical construction.
And again, we're talking with John Jarrett of Jarrett Construction, and I know that you're planning a little celebration for some of your customers and friends, and that should be a good time, kind of looking back at all the different things that you've done.
Yes, sir. Saturday evening, we have some clients and friends and mentors that are coming to an event here in Charleston. We're looking forward to that, to take a breath and celebrate and gratitude.
And then get back to work.
And then right back to work. But, Dave, we are grateful, and just take a second here. There's been a lot of folks that have helped us along the way, but we give thanks first and foremost to God for the blessings that He's given us. I can tell you, there's not enough time in this show here today, but He's given us opportunities, and He's kept us out of trouble in a lot of things, and so we're blessed for that. Many folks, the folks that work for us, all have significant years now. We've hired a couple of new young folks that right out of the WVU Tech Construction Management Program, which I'd like to visit with you a little bit about. But our entire team, great folks to work with, and that's what's helped get us here today.
Again, we're talking with John Jarrett of Jarrett Construction, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Huston's Pizza. This month, your favorite Huston's, get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie, only $23.99. Talk about this deal you got with WVU Tech, this construction management program. You told me in some notes you gave me, you have a 100% hire rate. That's pretty dang good, John.
Pretty good, Dave. I tell you, the construction management program at Tech was started about 6 years ago. I helped plant the seeds of having that program developed. The Tech folks got it going, and since the first cohort was graduated 2 years ago, 100%, every student that has graduated has had a job at or before graduation. And these are good jobs, Dave. They're paying anywhere from $67,000 to $75,000 a year, working for contractors and engineering firms throughout West Virginia.
And also understand that you're looking at hiring some people.
We are, Dave. We have a need right now for superintendents and project managers. So anyone that has a little bit of experience in the construction, the vertical construction field, we'd love to talk to them. They can jump on our website. There's a hiring tab there. Click on that, submit a resume. We'd be happy to look at it and talk to them. But we work all over West Virginia. I'm a seventh-generation West Virginian, a fact that I'm very proud of, and just love this state and love what it's done for us. And we've got folks ready to put them to work. One of the things we like to do, Dave, is bring what I call transplanted West Virginians that are in Charlotte or Cleveland or Washington, D.C. or wherever they may have had to go to get work. We love to bring those folks back, and we've got jobs right now for them. So if you or a family member knows somebody that would love to get back to West Virginia, have them call me.
and we'll give you the contact information at the end of this segment here. One of the things I saw that you did, and it kind of piqued my interest because of my being a native Logan County, is you just completed a project down there a couple of months ago. It's billed as the state's first veteran-focused affordable housing project. And I actually, the last time I was in L.A., as we call it, the natives call it L.A., the last time I was in L.A., I drove by and I took a look at that building. It's right in the heart of downtown Logan. That is an impressive facility, and I know you worked with some folks that I know very well down there. Talk about that project.
Well, that was a fabulous project, just one we were blessed to be affiliated with. It is indeed the first veterans-focused affordable housing project in the entire state of West Virginia. And I just commend the folks in Logan, the mayor, and his entire team. They couldn't have been more helpful to us, Dave. They cleared out rocks that were in the road, obstacles that kept the project from happening. They helped remove those. Our client, AU Associates from Lexington, the vision and foresight they had to bring this kind of affordable housing to West Virginia with the help of our friends at the West Virginia Housing Fund. It couldn't happen without the folks at the fund making the tax credits available. And it is fully leased. It was almost fully leased the day it opened. And it's just a wonderful, modern facility that provides great housing for veterans.
It would be nice, and that's a fantastic facility, but it would be nice if we could see a few more of those around the state of West Virginia, because, John, as you well know, West Virginia has given more per capita than any other state in the entire nation that have fought and died for our country. And for the ones that are still around, we need to do what we can to help them out. That's one of the things that I really respect about your company, John, is that you do go the extra mile for our veterans. And I'd love to have about 5 to 10 more of those around the state of West Virginia.
Yes, indeed. It'd be wonderful. We have several veterans that worked or retired from our company. It's hard for me to believe, Dave, that I've got folks that are actually retiring from Jarrett Construction. It seems like yesterday that I was sweating who's going to buy the first box of paper clips for the company, and now we've actually got guys that are retiring, and again, we've just been blessed. And without that team that surrounds me, we would not. We just wouldn't be here today.
Talking with John Jarrett of Jarrett Construction. Another thing that I think that I have a lot of respect for your company for doing is you like to do things to honor our first responders from time to time. And one of those, I think you're going to have a celebration of sorts in Huntington coming up. You've done these in Charleston in the past, but now you're going to do something for the folks of Huntington. Talk about what you're doing for first responders.
Fantastic, Dave. Yes, sir. Next Wednesday at noon, we are having a first responder celebration at our affordable housing project on 8th Avenue. So if you can hear my voice and you're in the Huntington area, please feel free. If you're a first responder, please feel free to stop by. We're going to treat you to lunch. First responders mean so much to us. And take care of us in our time of need. And we have an opportunity with this project to provide lunch for them and show them how much we appreciate them. So we hope that they all can attend. We did this a few years ago here at our project out at Southridge behind Bible Center Church. We had Charleston and South Charleston first responders attended that, and we're able to continue that this year in Huntington on 8th Avenue at the new affordable housing complex we're building.
All right. John, I appreciate you being here. I want to tell the folks, though, about where they can reach you, because I know you threw that thing out there about needing some people to fill some what are high-paying jobs with your company. So what's the best way for people to contact you?
You can call the office, Dave, at 304-344-9140. That's 304-344-9140. Or you can visit our website at Jarrett-construction.com. That's Jarrett-construction.com. Again, we're looking for good people to join our team. We've got outstanding folks to work that are working with us now, and we're looking forward to moving forward for the next 25 years.
All right, and I know that you guys are looking for people in general. You talked about wanting superintendents and things of that nature, but there may be people listening that say, well, I don't have any experience in any of this, but I'd like to get involved. You're not going to turn anybody away, I would think, as long as they're clean and they can come to work for you. You've got a lot of different positions available.
And we are always on the lookout for good people, Dave. Good people, good West Virginians, that's what we're looking forward to. And again, I can't overemphasize, if you are a loved one or a family member is working off in one of the big cities and wants to come back to West Virginia, those are the kind of folks we're looking for.
All right. John Jarrett, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show today. Thanks
Dave,
a lot.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, hang out with me 1 second here. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Live Healthy West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. Live Healthy tackles pressing health issues, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, RSV, and more. It's a podcast offering insights into medical breakthroughs and preventative care, featuring WVU Medicine's expert physicians, aimed at fostering healthier lifestyles in and beyond the state. It's a valuable resource for all. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetronews.com, under the podcast menu, and start your journey towards better health today. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. We're going to head to the metropolis of Belle, West Virginia here in a matter of moments. We got the mayor of Belle, Dave Fletcher, coming up right after this, plus a little bit later on, Joe Gearin on the Dirty Birds, the championship series going on. Unfortunately, they dropped game 1 to York last night at the ballpark. We'll see if they can turn it around tonight. We'll talk to Jill a little bit later on. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
Freedom from glasses and contacts has never been easier with West Virginia Eye Consultants. There's no reason to go out of state for LASIK. All procedures are done locally by Dr. Jeff Sinclair, West Virginia's preferred LASIK surgeon, in their new Zeiss Refractive Surgical Suite in Charleston. This is a bladeless and painless procedure that takes no more than 20 minutes, and recovery is minimal. Financing available. Why wait for clear vision? Call to schedule your free consultation today at 304-343-EYES, 343-3937.
The West Virginia Book Festival returns to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center on Saturday, October 19th. Meet best-selling author Greg Hertzwitz, graphic novelist G. Lewin Yang, author and teacher Sadiqa Johnson, historic novelist Joy Calloway, award-winning writer Mia P. Manansala. Check out the used book sale and festival marketplace. It's all free. More details at wvbookfestival.org.
My weekly card game.
Visits from my grandkids.
Volunteer tutoring.
No matter what the best part of your week is, if you're 75 or older, or 60 or older with certain health conditions, the most important thing on your schedule should be talking to your doctor about an RSV vaccine, because vaccines are the best protection from getting very sick, and no one has time for that. Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, what are you doing up on the step stool?
About to clean these light fixtures. The whole family's coming over, and if there's even a speck of dust in the house, my abuela will find it.
Here, I got a Swiffer duster to help with that.
A Swiffer what?
A Swiffer duster. It has this cool extendable handle that reaches 6 feet to get high and low, with fluffy dusters that easily trap and lock dust.
So, no more step stool?
No more step stool.
Easily trap and lock dust from hard-to-reach places with the Swiffer duster. Love it or your money back.
"20 minutes away from 10, the impact of Special Olympics extends far beyond the athletes themselves. Volunteers and supporters touched by the unwavering determination that these extraordinary individuals find immeasurable fulfillment in their involvement. The inclusive approach embraced by Special Olympics fosters an environment where everyone plays a vital role. West Virginia Enriched, in collaboration with Huntington, invites you to witness the transformative power of Special Olympics. Check out a video highlighting the Special Olympics at facebook.com/580WCHS. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Texas Dave, just caught the tail end of Millie Snyder's segment. Did she just say a couple of McDonald's fish fillets a week were okay? Man, that's awesome. Thanks, Millie. I don't think that's what she said at all. But, all right, you get an A for effort. Text says, John Jarrett is truly one of the finest people in our state. He's too humble to say so, but he gives back in an enormously generous way to all causes in West Virginia. Truly a great grandpa, says a texter. Coming up on tomorrow's show, we're going to spend some time talking about budgets. Exciting stuff, I know, but I think it's going to be interesting to get this person's take on budgets in America and how we just keep running up that national debt. and ignoring good financial sense. And this is not a Republican or a Democrat thing, folks. Whether there's a D or an R after your names, both parties on the national level tend to, well, for lack of a better term, they tend to suck when it comes to responsible budgeting. Maya McGinnis is a person with the group. It's called the Committee for Responsible Federal Budgets. She's going to join us on the show tomorrow. Also, Brian Dayton from the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce will be on the show tomorrow as well. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Brightway Insurance, a Mays agency. Spend time on your business, not your insurance. Brightway can help you explain the type of insurance you need based on your line of business, your location, and other important factors. They can select different insurance companies to make sure you're getting the right coverage and prices to protect your business. For more, visit brightwaymays.com. I want to welcome to the show now the mayor of the town of Belle, Dave Fletcher. David, good morning. Welcome to the show, Mayor.
Hey, good morning, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. Thanks for coming on. I know you have two big days of events coming up this Friday and Saturday in Belle, and we'll get to those in a moment. But I first want to ask you, otherwise, what's going on in the town of Belle? What's good these days?
Okay, Dave, I appreciate that, and things have been going fairly well, and we've actually just let out a contract with GAI Consultants through the Regional Intergovernmental Council, trying to just look at putting in some new street lights through Belle and just kind of sprucing up the DuPont Avenue through Belle. Making it make it look a little better and everything. And then we've also let out a contract. We've got a mural in Belle that's got an old West Virginia map on it with Belle marked in the middle, or in the place where Belle is. And from that, we've actually let a contract out to paint a new mural in Belle, which a couple other towns around us have done so too. So we're really trying to kind of spruce up DuPont Avenue, and then here lately we've had some older, dilapidated structures that has actually been torn down. So we really feel like some good things are happening.
Talking to Dave Fletcher from the town of Belle. I'm going to give you an opportunity to sell your town a little bit, not literally, Mayor, but why should, if people are looking at coming into the area, or maybe they're not happy with where they live, give me a sell job. Why should people live in Belle?
Well, I think with us, it's the old small town atmosphere. We've got good police protection. We've got good trash and garbage services and street department services. We've got a great fire department. Got a few businesses here in Belle that, and we've actually just picked up a new business that's getting ready to open here probably within the month. Gentleman bringing in a hair salon and a barber shop. So, we've got the funeral home that's been here since back in the, I think, 40s. Boyd Caterpillar here with the Caterpillar dealership here has had some job openings and everything. Right above Belle, we've had Oxier Welding come in here from the Dixie area. So I think the area is starting to move somewhat.
Talking to Dave Fletcher of he's the mayor of Belle, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Jute. For the best in security systems for both your home or business, talk to Jute, J-O-O-T of Tays Valley. Visit protectedbyjute.com. All right, let's get to this fall festival. And if I'm correct, Mayor, events are going on both Friday evening and all day Saturday. Is that right?
Yes, sir. We will start actually at noon on Friday. Mm-hmm. And start out, we've got actually about 40 vendors or so that's coming into town. That will be food vendors. It will be craft vendors. We've got pastries, things like that. And, but just a good time, by all. We've got a couple of politicians that will set up some booths that are running in the fall election. And then from there, we've actually got our plants, being Arkland Chemical, which was the old Belle Chemical Company at the Chemours plant, will be setting up and doing some things there. The local bank here in town, Whitesville State Bank, will be set up, promoting their products and things, and other vendors coming in. And then with that, we'll have some entertainment later on in the evening. We've got actually Josh Pantry, who's a local guy here, went to local schools here and everything from up Campbell's Creek. And then that'll be from 5:30 to 7. And then we'll have from 8 to 10 o'clock, we've got the Exiles, which is an older band from the East Bank area. So they'll close out the night. Then we'll open back up Saturday morning. The big thing, especially with the doo-wop that's gone away in Charleston, we've had our car show here the last few years, and we will actually start registration at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that will run till 3 o'clock. With that being said, throughout the day and everything, we'll have a DJ, we'll have 50-50 tickets, we'll be giving away trophies and plaques and everything for the cars. So the last couple of years, we've built that from about 60 to 80. We're hoping for 100 or more this year. And then throughout the day, all of our vendors will be open. And then ending up the evening, we've got Hard Rain, which is a local gentleman from 6:30 to 7:30 here in Belle. And then we've got the world-famous Rick Kay's Road Show, which has been around here for many years, especially in South Charleston and everything at Summerfest. And they'll actually play from 8 to 9:30. And we'll close everything down around 10 o'clock Saturday night.
Are you still in need of vendors, Mayor? If somebody has, if they want to get a booth, can they still do that?
They still can, and we'll mark some areas off. And if they come in, then they can actually, come in and actually with that, we're selling those 12 by 12 spots for $25 for a registration fee. And then we ask them to bring their table and everything. We've got some with power, and we've got some many without power.
And I know the weather, of course, it's raining here, and everybody's welcoming the weather right now because we need the rain. And it looks like that Friday is going to be the rainiest day, and the weather forecaster is telling me that by Saturday, just a couple of spotty showers, because I know I got a brother-in-law that's all into the car show thing, and I know that they're kind of particular about that, bringing their cars out. But it looks like, though, by Saturday that things should be good to go there, hopefully.
Yeah, and we are hoping for the same thing too, Dave. And with us, we can always move the entertainment in the evening into City Hall and do everything in the gymnasium and the stage area, which is pretty good for us, especially for the vendors or for the music. But the vendors, are the ones that we're really worried about, making sure that if they come up and invest some time with us here in town, we want to see them, do well.
Mayor, where's the best place to get information? I know I got some stuff off of your social media pages. I know that is it the town of the town of Belle on their Facebook page, or what's the best place to get information?
Yes, sir. We do have a Belle Town Festival and Car Show webpage or Facebook page. And then we've got it under my Facebook page, David Fletcher. There's some things out there. And there's some things there, one of our council members, which happens to be my daughter, Nicole Fletcher. And but they can pretty much find everything at one of those three places.
All right, Mayor. Wish you the best of luck. The big festival is happening Friday and Saturday. Sounds like a lot of the good things going on in Belle. Mayor Dave Fletcher, I appreciate you being here. Good luck with this everything this weekend. We'll talk soon.
Dave, thanks very much, and we hope to see you come up Friday or Saturday.
All right, sounds good, Mayor. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll talk soon. 10 minutes away from 10, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants. Their services involve developing comprehensive management plans to outline strategies for controlling and minimizing asbestos exposure. Perfect for commercial property owners and managers. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaylor text 304-935-5008. The Dirty Birds play in the Atlantic League Championship Series. They dropped Game 1 at home last night. Game 2 at Go-Mart Ballpark is tonight. We'll talk to Joe Gearin live from the ballpark coming up next on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com.
Andrew Anderson is an experienced leader for Kanawha County. Andrew Anderson is a proven job creator running for the House of Delegates. Andrew Anderson knows what it takes to create jobs, improve education, and end the drug abuse crisis that hurts our families. Andrew Anderson will always fight for our families. Vote for Andrew Anderson for House of Delegates on November 5th for a better West Virginia.
I'm Andrew Anderson, and I ask for your vote on November 5th for House of Delegates.
Paid for by Andrew Anderson for West Virginia, Andrew Anderson, Treasurer.
As retirement approaches, are you confident in your financial plan? At 4th Avenue Financial, they specialize in helping you to prepare for this important milestone. Whether you're concerned about income, investments, or leaving a legacy, John Burnett provides personalized strategies to ensure a secure and fulfilling retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Trust 4th Avenue Financial to help you retire right with confidence. Your financial goals, their expert guidance. Visit them today at 4thavenuefinancial.com.
Securities offered through Jenny B. Cole Financial Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Jenny B. Cole Advisors Incorporated.
Foundation issues? Wet basement? Drainage problems? Contact Foster Foundation Repair. Locally owned and operated by a licensed professional engineer, Foster Foundation Repair provides rock-solid service with certified results. Contact us today for a free evaluation. Foster Foundation Repair. Rock-solid service. Certified results. FosterFoundationRepair.com. West Virginia Contractor License WV061105.
It's 8 minutes away from 10. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor, text 304-935-5008. Older adults should protect themselves against severe respiratory disease. Talk to your doctor about flu, COVID-19, and RSV vaccines. Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Hobby Kurtzville coming up at 10:06. Metro News Talkline Revenue Secretary Larry Pack will be on the show talking about the proposed tax cuts the governor wants. Also, Delegate Marty Gearhart will weigh in on that subject as well. U.S. Attorney for the Southern District Will Thompson on the Operation Smoke and Mirrors drug bust, the latest ones. Plus, Brad McElhenney will be on today's show, as will Jonathan Savage of Fox News Radio. Talkline with Hobby Kurtzville, 10:06 from the Encova Insurance Studios in the Dale Miller Building in Morgantown. The Dirty Birds last night lost to York, Game 1 of the League Championship Series. Game 2 tonight at Gomart Ballpark before they set out on the road. I think they'll travel tomorrow. Then their next game at York would be on Friday. That's when the series will resume. Jill Gearin live at Gomart Ballpark. Jill, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dave.
Let's recap Game 1. Did not end it like we wanted, but give us a recap anyway.
No, it was rough. I mean, I barely want to talk about it, to be honest with you. The big thing that the Dirty Birds didn't do, we didn't hit. Only one hit for the entire game. Is impressive that we scored 3 runs outside of that. But in Game 4, we had 17 hits last week. So we know we can hit. We just need to come back strong tonight, and we'll be just okay.
And on to Game 2 tonight is in 6:35, first pitch at Gomart Ballpark. And we do want to stress that although we have this rain, nobody's going to complain about the rain. Playing on the turf, unless there's lightning, playing on the turf has a lot of advantages, Jill.
Exactly. I mean, it was pouring yesterday afternoon. It was raining at some point during the game pretty consistently, but we didn't have any delays at all. So if you want to see baseball, we're going to have baseball. We really want people to come out because this is our last home game, no matter what, until 2025. So this is your last chance to see baseball in Charleston.
And again, you're continuing the promos that you did last week. Kids 12 and under admitted free. Bark in the park so you can bring your dogs out. $2 stuff like $2 beer, popcorn, sodas, etc., all at the ballpark tonight. And again, that's a really good point, Jill. I didn't think about. This is the last opportunity, one way or the other, for people to see the Dirty Birds because the series is going to switch to York, and if they wrap it up, which we hope they will, it will be on the road. 6:35 first pitch tonight, and remind folks if they can't make it, we want people there, but if they can't make it, where can they see the game?
If you can't make it, you can watch the game on Flow Baseball. I'll be broadcasting all 9 innings of tonight's game.
But we do want to have you there. Jill, get out there and work with the boys, all right? And tell them what they need to do tonight, all right? We'll talk again soon. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dave.
Jill Gearin of the Dirty Birds. Again, Game 2 of that series coming up tonight. First pitch, 6:35 at Gomart Ballpark. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. I do want to remind you about October West. It's happening this Saturday afternoon in the Elk City District over on the west side. Something like 100 different beers are going to be available. Lots of food trucks, games, 2 musical stages. It's going to be an epic day. And you can go back and listen to the interview I did with Rick Cavender from yesterday's show. Rick, of course, this is kind of Rick's baby. Rick is the executive director of Charleston Urban Works. That's where the proceeds go. Our stations will be there. I'll be there starting around 3 o'clock or so Saturday afternoon, representing our sister station, 987 The Mountain, Wild and Wonderful Classic Rock. So we look forward to seeing everyone out there. A couple of quick items I want to get to before we close the show. One of those involves the bus system here in the Charleston area, KRT. Coming up this afternoon, the Kanawha Valley Regional Transportation Authority Board will present their finalized plan for the proposed changes coming for KRT. That meeting starts at 4 o'clock this afternoon at the KRT headquarters, which is at 1550 4th Avenue in Charleston. This is for public comment, with a final vote being taken by the board tomorrow morning during their board meeting. This thing has kind of gone back and forth. Originally, there was a proposed plan that would call for the elimination of up to 11 or so of the less popular bus routes. And then that kind of got changed by a subcommittee who said, rather than just eliminating the routes, why don't we just cut back on the number of trips that are made each day? And there have been all kinds of other ideas. They've talked about possibly eliminating Sunday service altogether. This is a public meeting tonight, folks. It is a chance for the public to weigh in before the final meeting, which will be their board meeting tomorrow morning. This afternoon's meeting starts at 4, should wrap up around 5:30 at the KRT headquarters. And again, that is located at 1550 4th Avenue in Charleston. So if you got a concern, they've had other public meetings. This is the final one, though, before the board meeting. And it is set for 4 o'clock this afternoon at their headquarters. So get out there and make your voice heard one way or the other. I want to close with this. This is an item that's making news on the national front this morning. There is a Haitian group in Springfield, Ohio, that have filed what they hope will be criminal charges against former President Donald Trump and Vice Presidential candidate J.D. Vance for the claims they have made about the Haitian immigration situation in Springfield, Ohio. Now, this is a nonprofit group that represents the Haitian community there. They're called the Haitian Bridge Alliance. Legal experts say that charges like this are very rare but not unheard of. Trump and Vance are accused of disrupting public services, making false alarms. This is the official legalese here. Disrupting public services, making false alarms, telecommunications harassment, aggravated menacing, and complicity. Now, the group is asking for the court system there in Springfield, Ohio, to find probable cause and to issue warrants for both former President Trump and J.D. Vance. There are somewhere between 15 to 20,000 Haitian immigrants in Springfield that in most cases were recruited there by the employers because they couldn't find the locals to fill the jobs. Most of the workers have been granted temporary protected status to be in the U.S. legally, and since Trump talked about the eating of the pets, not true, by the way, there have been over 30 bomb threats directed at state and local government buildings and schools in Springfield. Words, indeed, have consequences. My thanks to John Jarrett and Millie Snyder and Mayor Fletcher and also Jill Gearin for joining me. Coming up on tomorrow's show, we're talking national debt. Plus, Brian Dayton from the State Chamber of Commerce will be here as well. Download the all-new Metro News TV app and the WVRC Media app. My producer, Matt Murphy, thank you so much. Hoppy coming up at 10:06 with Talk Line. See you tomorrow. Till then, have fun and love somebody.